I'm calling in the creator to the CEO who crave creating community and cash to create it like a boss. With me, Katrina Julia, as your host, multi-passionate entrepreneur, creator, and CEO who has walked from fear to faith, self-hate to love, corporate to calling, and continues to, with experience in 7+ industries, 7,000+ creators and startups, to creators to Fortune 500 brands, including Google, NBC, Victoria's Secret, and more. If you are ready to create it like never before in faith, wellness, wealth, marketing, business, travel, and more, this is the show for you. If this is your time to have freedom in all forms as you create it like a boss, let's create it. Picture this. You creating cash with confidence like Queen Bey. Get ready to slay your marketing and money to queen status. I am so excited to share the Creator to Cash Ultimate Toolkit that is free for creators to CEOs who crave creating and community and cash to create it like a boss. Join me on hashtag all the things to see, hear, and read my Creator to Cash Toolkit to help you create confidence, community, and cash. It is all about the 7 ways to make money in 7 days on the blog, on the show, on my binge-worthy YouTube channel, Limitless Global Girl, 7-figure proposal and pitch days, how to find 700,000 plus daily in opportunities, how to close a 10K plus monthly retainer, and 75 plus tips, tools, and tech to create it. Head on over to the link in the show notes and jumpstart with the Creator to Cash Toolkit so that you create it like a boss. 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days continues. In this episode, I am diving deep into different types of services, products, and offers that you may create and giving you binge-worthy thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions to billions of dollars of information when you choose to create it and apply step by step. No, success is not overnight, but the possibilities are truly limitless. So let's learn how to align purpose, priorities, and profits. So number 1, offer coaching and or consulting services, which may also integrate speaking opportunities to brands, to organizations. There's so many different possibilities. So really think about your gifts, talents, and abilities and what people tell you that you're really, really, really great at. Is it possibly, social media? Is it possibly finance? Is it coaching with wellness? Is it all the above? And you struggle how to sometimes integrate and or create with all these multi passions. I definitely relate. And that's definitely why I created an all-in-one lifestyle brand and align different things within the focus of services and products. So for example, if you haven't yet downloaded my Creator to Cash Ultimate Toolkit, definitely download that in the link in the show notes. And you'll see how within the offers, both Creator to Cash includes bonuses, includes the 7 ways to make 7K, but includes bonuses like Create It Monthly, which includes health, wealth, business, and travel. So that's a perfect example how to still focus but honor yourself. So consulting, coaching, and speaking. So consulting, you can either email directly and create email launches with tools like Kajabi that I talk about in my 75 plus tips, tools, and tech in the series that's coming up. And that's also on the blog and the first link within the link in the show notes. You may also find numerous opportunities to serve in different ways on platforms like Indeed that I talk about on my How to Find $500,000 Daily in Opportunities on my YouTube channel, on my blog, and on my show. And today, for example, I found an incredible opportunity within marketing and media with Heartbeat, H-A-R-T Beat, which is Kevin Hart's company, if you haven't heard about it. And he just released a brand new movie that I watched on Netflix, which is really good. I watched it like 2 weeks ago-ish. So I think depending on what country you're in, it's on Netflix. And the title is, I don't want to misquote it. So hold on just a second. It is, wait a second. It keeps coming up with Kevin with Heartbeats, and it's like, I know that's not the title. Movie, Netflix. And if side note, if you haven't listened to Kevin Hart's book on Audible, I highly recommend you do. It's very entertaining, very insightful, and whatnot. The movie is called Lift. It's really, really good. So I definitely recommend it. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag I have not gotten a response from Heartbeat yet. And hashtag it is listed in New York City. So I'm hoping if they call me for an interview and we do it remotely and they really like me, they are open to remote possibilities. So that is also remote and or coming to New York occasionally. That is also something that I want to encourage you to do. So many times I have seen over and over and over in my life, people will shy away from submitting to an opportunity because of something that it specifies. And I always say, take the leap of faith because you don't know. You may align with, like, exceedingly to what everything a brand wants or everything a creator wants. And I can't tell you, I mean, I've gotten countless opportunities on taking leaps of faith, like NBC Apprentice as one, like literally manifesting $10,000 in 2 minutes when I'll talk about that in detail in a separate episode, but specifically, actually I'm going to do it on a video and then repurpose it on the podcast, specifically just to give you like the less than 30-second or 60-second version. Is I was sitting in the CFO's office with my boss, the controller at the time of an oil and gas company, and I was working on a project called Franchise where myself and two other executives within the company were partnering with a consulting company to roll out a standardized financial project across 50 plus locations. And we had already completed phase one, which cost the company $3 million. And the CFO was, as an initial investment, and the CFO was asking my specific opinion on what he thought, or what I thought rather, if we should continue with the consultants. And I let him know, I said, I already mapped out the schedule if the three of us do it and continue on, and how it can still be done within less than 6 months for the rest of the rollouts. And then two, I immediately said, and you're going to save XYZ and our return on investment is going to be ABC. So I believe the three of us should receive a bonus of $10,000 as a $10,000 as a bare minimum. Mic drop. I said it with no fear, no hesitation. Him and the controller kind of looked at me in surprise because many people would not have the boldness to do that. We had the $10,000 checks in our hands, you guys, within less than 3 days. Because A, the boldness was there, the faith was there. B, the math was mathing. It made sense. The investment was there. We had already had proven results. Yes, the company and we had all invested $3 million as far as the company was concerned, but we already had results exceeding over 1,000% return on investment. Then by decreasing phase two by $3 million, the ROI was shooting through the roof. So it only made sense that if you're going to do that, that you reward the people that are taking on the work. And that is the law of compensation. If you haven't read the book, The Laws of Success, I believe it is, by Napoleon Hill, and Outwitting the Devil, highly recommend those books. So number two, implementations or management as a social media manager or an influencer marketing manager. In case you have been sleeping under a rock and you haven't recognized the billion-dollar industry that social media is and influencer marketing is, let me tell you, friends, I started with influencer marketing, and you can definitely check this out on my bit.ly/influencer marketing like a boss back in 2013, in a sense, as an accident, but not an accident, a divine intervention. I started to share my before and after with Herbalife nutrition on Facebook alone, and my business blew up 25 times. And I realized the power of social media and the power of storytelling. And I started to ask myself, what if I did this on all the platforms? What if I started creating a community and then I started doing that and then managing that and then working with brands with that, with travel, with lifestyle, with products, on and on and on, right? And that also crosses over, of course, into UGC, user-generated content, where creators don't even need to be social media influencers, so to speak. They create videos, they create ads, etc., and get paid. And we get paid. So the influencer marketing industry as a whole is expected to reach, or did reach, I think exceedingly above this, 2023, 21 billion. It was 1.7 billion in 2016. So that shows you the beyond 10x growth in 9 short years. It hit 16 billion in 2022, and it's predicted, the predictions I believe are let me look at, hold on just a second, because I had it on my desktop. The predictions are astronomical. They're predicted to be about $200 billion by 2032. And that is based on numerous different sources because of the rapid growth, because of social media, because of Instagram, because of YouTube. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. And it's not only the opportunities of sponsored posts, it's not only the opportunity of bundled sponsored posts, it's in UGC, but it's also the management of it. So managing a social media, basically being a social media manager for a brand, and that is typically, especially depending on the brand, 10K, 15K, 20K plus a month. And influencer management speaks to managing the influencers that are doing the social media for a brand, with a brand. And I've worked on all the sides. I've worked as an influencer within these aspects. I've worked as a brand and running campaigns within our brand to the tune of over 3,000% ROI. I've ran campaigns on over 10 different platforms, worked with over 7,000 creators. And I've worked within and as an agency and within platforms as well, and with brands. I worked on a campaign with Google last year, within platforms like Obvious.ly and numerous others as well, and also have a influencer marketing ebook, influencer marketing course, and influencer marketing management as well. And then again, that's at bit.ly/influencer marketing like a boss. Number 3, of course, you can partner with brands on sponsorships, both on the media side. So on the media side, for example, this might look like Instagram posts and or negotiating quarterly bundle packages, annual bundle packages. This can look like going to brands to sponsor within your emails, within your podcasts, within your summit, within your courses, annual sponsorships, within your events, whether they're online or live, and or retreats. And this can be, 25K plus, monthly sponsorships. This can be 5,000 plus K for the month, for the year. I mean, again, the spectrum is wide. And then also this goes into, for some of you maybe interested in or in investors and things like accelerators. I definitely recommend you check out Ariane Simone. And this also goes into effectively communicating your mission and your vision and getting $1 million sponsorships for, aiding and helping creators to CEOs. And, this can also be crowdfunding and a number of things, which you may also want to check out the Passion Planner's numerous successful Kickstarters, which I'm also reviewing as we prepare to launch our Kickstarter in February as well. which leads me to number 4 on the 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days with the types. On the last episode, I talked about the offer types. Now I'm talking about the service and product types. So number 4 is leverage social media for monetization. So the previous one was more about partnering with brands with for sponsorships. And now it's about leveraging social media for monetization, whether it's monetizing on YouTube, whether it's brand placements in your videos, whether it's UGC content. And of course, a lot of these, like you're probably recognizing already, they overlap within each other, and they should, to be more efficient and more effective to market and monetize. And let's get into number 5. Drumroll. Create and sell digital products. So as you potentially have or are creating consulting and other services, you can then bite size and appeal those into and create them into digital products. Whether it is courses like I have the Creator to Cash course, the Create It Monthly, whether it's like the lifestyle brand course coming up, the Creator to CMO that goes from the VIP to the course. There's a number of ways that you can do that, and then using tech and teams to scale that. And that really is where you start to leverage the one-to-one to the one-to-many and start to create increasing amounts of freedom, especially time freedom. And let's get into then number 6, which goes into promote products and build royalties. So even if you're creating digital products, you can still include products and affiliates and different things where you get royalties or profit sharing. For example, in my courses and Create It Monthly, I integrate affiliates that I'm a part of, like Kajabi, like others, as well as Herbalife Nutrition on the both product and or coaching and royalties side as well. So don't limit yourself to think, oh, I only can create this. It's too confusing. No, integrate the bonuses, integrate the tech, integrate the tools within what it is that you offer. And that exponentially increases the value and will separate you as you differentiate from what other people are doing. Speaking of, number 7, host live events, speaking engagements, and or retreats. So whether it is creating retreats like what I'm creating with creators and have created, like Creators Go Global, and helping creators and CEOs create it like a boss globally, whether it's live events in your city and partnering with different brands and receiving sponsorships for that, whether it is virtual events, whether it is summits, whatever your heart desires on those ends. And then also speaking engagements and workshops, which can be done alongside platforms like eSpeakers and numerous other platforms where you can find different paid speaking opportunities. And I don't want you to shut the door necessarily on free speaking opportunities. Assess the value and the alignment and the ability to share and sell your offers as well, because those can be hugely valuable. So let me know from 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days and the different products, services, what really resonated with you and how you're going to create it next. I would love, love, love to know. And leave a review on the show so I can shout you out. And as always, create, transform, and inspire. You are born to. This is for you, dear creator to CEO. If you want to create cash VIP style, if you feel like no matter how hard you try, you can't create wealth, you're not alone. Despite the great resignation and increasing entrepreneurship, stats and studies show that 80% of women entrepreneurs make less than $100,000. With a staggering amount of women creators to CEOs feeling the same way, it may only mean one thing. Our approach gets to change from a creator to a CEO. We get to increase our worth, our wonder, and our wealth. Creator to Cash with 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days will help you do just that. So you want to know all about the VIP experience? You are not alone, dear friend. In the VIP experience, you get a intimate initial 2+ week experience. You get a pre-experience assessment with a value of over $3,000. You get a marketing and money audit with over a value of over $3,000 right when you join in. You get a private initial one-on-one sesh with me and or the community to dive into the results and breakthroughs from those assessments and for us to really get to know each other. You get an incredible creator to cash roadmap. You get tips, tools, and tech with an incredible templates with a dashboard, with a scorecard, and project management step by step that outlines these 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days that you get to rinse and repeat over and over and over again. Value easily over hundreds of thousands of dollars as you create it. Because imagine you create even potentially even 7 different products within a year, and you get to even 7K in 7 days 7 times. That's 50 plus K. And that is saying that you are aligned, you are acting, and you are taking action. Plus, you get everything in the 7 ways to make 7K online course with lifetime access, including my ongoing updates. Plus, you get the 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days workbook and audio. That alone is another value of easily over $7,000. You get another private session with me and or the community within the first 14 days to cover the creator to cash roadmap and the tips, tools, and tech. Plus, you get Create It Monthly for 7 months. Plus, you get transformation toolkits for 7 months. And I'm running an incredibly amazing beta deal that is not $7,000, which would still easily be less than 10% of the value, but it's $3,500 for all of that. On top of that, we are also partnered with Afterpay. So you get to also, depending on your own current circumstances, you get to align with Afterpay in order to finance that as well. I can't wait to see you create it. Depending on where you are at as a creator, you may love my 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days immersive and interactive experience with the workbook. And or the 7 ways to make 7K in 7 days course where you get lifetime access and you get to rinse and repeat the results over and over and over again. Check it out in www.bit.ly/create-it-like-a-boss. All the free chats on faith, wellness, money, marketing, business, and travel so you create a life and business already. Head on over to the blog, the podcast, and the freebies to jumpstart your transformation. If you're ready to dive into the online courses, the live events, or the retreat, and if you want to create with our community on an even deeper level, definitely check out our internships, our influencer collaborations, management, and brand engagement. Let's create it.